I can't hold him! I can't hold him! No!
The dog should just gone, and that's it. Just get him out of my house.
Okay.
I live with my husband, Rob.
Don't be too long, because you know I hate staying with stupid dogs.
And my daughter, China. I have virtually no help in the house. All I'm asking you to do is feed the dogs, walk the dogs, and scoop the That's it. Nobody offers to help.
I ain't scooping the poop in this range, forget about it. But the dogs have definitely affected mine and Sherry's relationship. I could just sit here and have a headache from you yelling at me, breaking my balls about these freaking dogs. The fighting's gone from here to here.
So what, you have to deal with the dogs like a couple of times a week? Big deal.
We could just end this by getting rid of these dogs.
What do you care? I'm the one taking the
My parents fight about them a lot. My dad wants to get rid of them, my mom wants to keep them, I want to keep them.
Wake up one day and these dogs are gonna be out of here. You know, who has to live like this? No one lives like this.
If I put them in a shelter, nobody will ever take them. So I don't know what to do.
They need to go.
Off the counter.
Is it like a little one-sided with you and your mom against your dad?
He teases her all the time. I'm gonna get rid of the dogs. I'm gonna, take them to a farm. Let's split them up, and it really bothered her.
That's not cool, is it?
No.
To tease her? You see
That's
this reaction.
12-year-old.
That's not great to tease her.
I don't just walk in the house and say, hey, which dog you want me to get rid of? We're talking about the dogs, and then I say, yeah, and then maybe I'm teasing her in that moment that I'm gonna get rid of them. But the reality is, I wanna get rid of one of them.
I think China is a very sensitive child, and she loves her dogs. And it really hurts her when, A, her father teases about taking the dogs away, or when that threat becomes a real possibility.
Wanna go for a walk, Sam? Huh? Okay, come on.
From what I'm gathering, Sherry is carrying most of the burden for caring for these dogs, so I wanted to see how she handled them on a walk. Are they friendly with other dogs? You said they go to
They go to daycare and they're really friendly, but on the walks, they get really crazy.
Right.
Which is really scary, so I don't let them meet other dogs because they are so aggressive towards each other.
I see.
Come on, babies, let's go.
Oh, they've seen another dog across the way.
Already. And if they see a squirrel, if they see a...
Could you hold them back? I don't want...
I can.
You hold them back?
I can.
Sherry claims that she has control over these dogs, but from what I'm seeing, she has no control over them whatsoever.
Good girl. Oh no, here comes another one. Hurry up, come on, let's go. Let's go. I have to laugh at myself because I know that I look foolish. Spinning around, dragging them. It must look ridiculous. Good girl.
The walk was really unpleasant.
It's okay. This is what I mean about the jumping up and biting.
Sherry spends all of her time worrying that Snooki is going to lunge at another dog and then get so frustrated that she'll redirect on Sammy, and then there's going to be a huge fight. Have you ever walked them separately?
I have tried, and I am told to do that. They don't walk. One won't leave the house without the other. I've tried, somebody will sit in the house with one of the dogs or whatever. That dog will cry at the door, waiting for this one who's now outside the door, waiting for that one. They don't like to be without each other.
When you raise two puppies in a household together and you don't do anything apart, those puppies become hyper attached. So when they do go apart from each other for whatever reason, they can't cope. These dogs are going to be a challenge. There's no doubt about it. So you think that Rob doesn't do enough with the dogs? You need more help?
Well, I could use the help. I also think that maybe he might bond with them a little bit more, if he spent more time with them.
Okay.
Nobody offers to help. My husband is always working, and if he's not working, he's home sleeping because he's tired, so I really don't have any help.
Do you walk? Because I'm not getting the full picture. Do you walk or do you not?
Ask her. When do I walk?
He walks the dogs 3 days a week. That's it. I'm not saying that he never does it. I'm just saying that I do 90% of it. Rob will always say that he walks the dogs as much as he possibly can. But when I'm walking the dogs 3 times a day, it seems like 3 times, in a week is like nothing to me. I need a break once in a while, more than like last Mother's Day to sleep in for an extra half an hour. Just give me a hand. Just wake up and say, I'm gonna feed the dogs. Why do I need to say, Rob, could you please do it? I'm always asking. I always have to ask. I don't have to ask. If I have to ask, I'm gonna do it myself.
She's not gonna tell me what to do, okay, and when to do it. She's not my mother. She's not my boss.
When you're home, just do it. do it without me saying, could you please do it? I'm always asking somebody to please do something, and then I'm a nag.
Is she a nag?
I'm a nag. I'm a nag.
You're breaking my balls about that I'm gonna do anyway. What's the difference? You know?
Eventually. See, I don't understand.
Eventually, listen, I'll do it when I feel like doing it. You're not telling me what to do.
I don't think we're going to be successful here at all if Rob and Sherry can't get on the same page and stop their bickering. Is she a nag?
I'm a nag. I'm a nag. I've asked Rob so many times about feeding the dog. I don't even know how I've put it anymore. You plead, you ask, you beg, you kiss up. You know, what works at this point? I don't even know.
I hear the want, the Charlie Brown her always in my ear, but I still like to do things on my own terms.
Do you have to ask me to wash your clothes? No, I just do it. It's part of the thing that I do. Do I ever ask you to do laundry? No.
Listen, I get your point, but the reality is if I can't read minds either.
But you gotta offer. That's the whole
All right,
thing.
I'll offer more, but
Offer.
I got it.
It's really irritating always to have to ask, because then she is a nag. But it's great when you offer. If anything is to succeed, everybody has to play their part. Because if all the family do it together, they can accomplish so much with their dogs. So somehow there's gotta be some kind of reconciliation work schedule, so that if you have a schedule and everyone knows what they're doing, then you don't have to nag. The way you speak to each other is really quite harsh.
I don't appreciate some English lady coming here and telling me how to live my life. You know, I come from a pretty tough household, so.
Really?
Yeah.
You were raised like that, so.
Yeah, I was always fighting, yelling, screaming.
Okay. Everyone's behavior needs to change, not just the dogs. If I'm to make any progress here whatsoever, the arguing and bickering has to stop. Walking is a nightmare for Sherry because she's got two uncontrollable dogs that are pulling her in different directions. If she's going to get any control at all, I need to separate these dogs and teach them how to walk well on the leash, one by one. Have you taught her not to pull?
I don't really know.
Walk in the other direction then.
Come on,
when
Sam.
she pulls, you walk in the other direction. First sign of a pull. She pulling you? Let's go.
Let's
now,
go,
we're
Sam.
going to give her a cue word. Before you turn around, say let's go. Don't just turn and drag the dog. Give her a cue word to say, I'm going to be turning now, so that she knows.
Okay.
If your dog pulls and you allow that dog to go forward, you're reinforcing the pulling.
Let's go.
Good. Good.
Good girl.
So don't do it. Walk in the other direction. And that's the let's go technique. I want you to do it again and again and again until she's focused on you.
Sam, come on, let's go.
Nice, that
Good
was
girl.
beautiful. She was listening to you. Nice, now,
girl.
isn't that wonderful you're not using that leash?
No, yes.
She's following you with her body. Good, she's feeling you now,
Good
nice.
girl. For the first time in a long time when I walked the dog, it was very enjoyable.
Let's take Snooki out now.
Snooki's a tougher one to walk, you know. It's tough, you know, I'm busy, you know. I'm very impatient, I got to do, and it's hard.
We're gonna walk up here. If she starts to pull you, I want you just to turn around. Do not pull her, but go like this with your body and say, let's go. Turn off in the other direction, okay? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Nice, good. Well, you're giving her a workout. That's what this dog needs.
Nessie's not letting me in front of her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice, good,
Snooki's better behaved, I think, because Sam wasn't with us.
good.
Good girl. That was good.
I love that. It's almost like you're in the show ring now.
Let's go.
Rob is getting the hang of the training, but I'm not sure he understands the impact of his behavior on his family or on the dogs. It's not a great environment, obviously, for your child to have you arguing all the time. It's also not a great environment, I totally understand, with the dogs just tearing up your house. But you either go with it or you don't. So I want you to give it your all.
You got it.
I know you work hard, but when you come back from a day's work, it's also really great just to go out for half an hour exercise. You're not yes-mamming me, are you?
Listen, if someone's, I'm taking direction. She's the professional, so she's telling me. I'm just saying yes. You know, if yes is yes, okay? It doesn't. I don't have to give an explanation why and all this and that. I got it. I'm clear.
You're not yes-mamming me, just.
No, I enjoy walking the dogs.
Okay.
I don't mind it at all.
Okay.
When I come home, plus it's
Good.
good exercise for me too. So.
Good, because you'll be doing it every day. All right, let's go back. Now, power, power. Go, go. That's it. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Good. I was surprised at how well Rob did. He gave feedback at the right time. He turned at the right time.
Let's go.
Once he got it, Snooki began to focus on him rather than everything else. Now I hope that Rob just keeps his word and continues to do his part, because if he doesn't, things are going to go right back to square one. Beautiful. I want to check in with Rob and Sherry to see how their schedule's coming along. What's the deal with the schedule? Have you been able to come up with some kind of physical schedule about when you're going to be able to walk the dogs?
You want me to do it?
Well, no, I will. We're not scheduled people. We have on a week off, you know, he may want to sleep a little bit later, even me. So, like, we decided that we're just going to try to do as much. It's never going to be 50-50 because Rob works.
So you're not scheduled people. Why are you smiling? This is your home, this is your these are your dogs. You know when your dogs are hungry, you know when your dogs need to go out for a walk. Stop it. You're adults, sit down, sort it out. Get a schedule. If there's a schedule, there's no argument.
But, you know, it is my responsibility. This is my job here. Why do we need to write it down? Why does it need to be a contract? To me, it doesn't make any sense. It got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And I snapped. I need to
Okay, I was shocked when Sherry walked out on me. I'm here to work with the dogs and the family. But if they're not willing to work with me, why am I here? Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable.
You know, it's just been tough. The whole process has just been
Really,
obviously
you
really stressed. I've never seen my wife this stressed before.
When I spend time with a family and there's such a problem with the dogs and we address so many issues, that can be stressful sometimes for people. There's definitely when people come into your home, yeah, it's a huge intrusion. And of course it does put a certain amount of stress.
Hi, Victoria, I'm Sherry. Nice to meet you. I'm glad to have you in my home.
Well, the reality for me is, I can't speak for her. The reality for me is we trusted the process so far. You know, we trust you, you know, we know your reputation. The dogs are getting progressively better, hopefully. And that's all we can hope for, you know?
So you're not scheduled people? Are you going to be able to come to some kind of compromise with regards to the schedule?
As long as I know that if he can just help me once or twice a week, I'm good with that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll help before I go to work, and I don't think we'll have any problems anymore.
I don't want you to sacrifice, I just want you to do it, you know, when we have the time, that's all.
So, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye on stuff, and I know that maybe I've addressed some issues that are difficult. It's been touch and go with Rob and Sherry over the past few days. They've been a little less than enthusiastic about some of my techniques, but I really hope we can depart as friends.
Well, the process has been a little rough, a little stressful, but the good thing is now we're all on the same page. You know, I recommitted to China and to Sherry that, you know, we're not going to get rid of the dogs. You know, as long as nobody gets bit or anything like that, you know, I'm going to help and I'm going to assist, you know, to train them. And I'm re-engaging in training. You know, it actually seems like it's a little more fun. You know, we know what to do now, so, you know, I think it'll be fun. I'm not necessarily proud of what's happened, what's transpired throughout the process, but I'm definitely proud of what's happened here. Good. The reality about the schedule is we came into an agreement. It's not on a board, it's not on a calendar, but on my days I'm going to work, I'm going to help. Team effort, total team effort. Want to cut these up for me?
Sure. Rob and China have been helping me as much as they can. I'm enjoying myself over here doing nothing, watching you two.
Well, hey, enjoy it.
Rob is, you know, walking the dogs.
Let's go. Come on.
He'll even scoop some poop, and I don't even have to ask. Let's go. Sam, let's go. Good girl. I think probably one of the most positive things is the walking. They don't pull me down the street. I can't hold them. I can't hold them. I don't have to, you know, be so ashamed walking my dogs all the time.
When Victoria came, I was probably ready to get rid of the dogs, you know. I was pretty hell-bent on getting rid of them, but they're smart enough to learn quick and they adapt pretty quick. So we're not getting rid of the dogs.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.